Glamuroznom žurkom uz veliki broj zvanica otvoren je Puro Beach u marini di Scarlino. Puro Beach postoji u najekskluzivnijim svjetskim marinama i upravo je marina di Scarlino jedna od takvih. Podsjetit ćemo da i Crna Gora u sklopu naselja Porto Montenegro u Tivtu također ima Puro Beach, za koji organizatori u Toskani kažu da je vjerovatno najljepši od svih koji su sagrađeni i osposobljeni za rad. Ovdje smo sa Peterom koji je Operation Manager in Puro Group, so I'll speak in English so we can translate to our audience. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
We are great, thank you for having us here. It's a really pleasure and it's fabulous. Everything is looking fantastic.
Part of a bit of the weather, but everything is nice.
Okay, we hope that tomorrow the weather will be better.
From tomorrow.
So last night was the grand opening, and are you satisfied how it all went?
Absolutely. What we call a grand opening in a place is like the first opening in a brand like here. So Toscana had a grand opening. Next year will be an opening party. And we've been very successful because we had more than 800 people. We were not searching for a high volume. 500, 600 was fine. And we had very big VIPs, very big Italian, British, Swedish, Swiss, French, people from all over, Montenegro. Some of them were here. Yeah, a few of them.
So, why do you think it's important for this marina to have Puro Beach?
Because we are an international brand, so we are located almost all over the world. And almost means Dubai opening soon, Sao Paulo opening in 4 months. So the goal was the kind of co-branding. Co-branding means we help each other. Marina needs Puro Beach needs Marina in all of the ambits. It was important because we wanted to bring a kind of cosmopolitan atmosphere.
You succeed in it, I can tell you.
So far, yes.
Since we have Puro Beach in Montenegro, actually in Porto Montenegro, I suppose that you've been there. So can you compare Puro Beach in Montenegro with this Puro Beach here in Toscana?
Very different. I've opened Puro Beach Montenegro myself last year, so I was in charge of the opening and delivery. The massive difference, first of all, is coming from the cosmopolitan high standards of customers all over Porto Montenegro. This is here so far starting. Porto Montenegro have a big advance on that. Much more, let's say, British speaking, like Canadian, American, English, and Russian. And this is not the case yet here, so we are still maybe 4 or 5 years behind. So that's a big difference. And the second difference is obviously the harbor. In Porto Montenegro, I think it's one of the best harbors I've seen in my life in terms of boats, size, shippings, and the structure, which is again, after 5-6 years, very well established. So the difference would be we are new, the marina is new. Porto Montenegro has 5 years of very good experience, and I think in 5 years it will be at the same level. Well, we don't have the frame.
I noticed, and you don't have the sculpture also?
No, neither. No. Question of time, maybe.
Question of time.
The beautiful thing of Montenegro was the investment done in terms of sculpture and art, because we have some Montenegrin and Serbian contacts who linked us to the art. And well, we're not responsible for the purchasing or the sessions of the sculpture. Porto is, but they made a very good selection. Again, I hope it's a question of time.
So, since Puro Beach and Porto Montenegro exists for a year, I think, how are you satisfied with the work there?
First year was much better than expected. I mean, in all the senses. I mean, we have a very good relation with institutions, politicians, Porto, very respectful. Absolutely, absolutely. The thing is, when we came on board, you know, we are a concept very simple. We're not arrogant, we are very human. So our way to introduce ourselves is always the same. We are human, very human. And I think we are not pretentious in a way of we are here, we came to save the world. So that's something Montenegro accepted a lot, and they've been helping very much. So as a resume for the first year, I would say very positive in all the senses, and inclusive the expectation of the local people. Local people, the Montenegrin and the Serbians, were very proud to have something like that. So it was it was a joint venture between countries and countries.
So what will be happening here this summer? Have you already planned some events?
Absolutely. What we do in Puro Beach, we always try to follow the same calendars of events. So we have the emblematical events just like the full moon, full moon parties. We have 3 full moons a year. The Miami Grill, very famous in Montenegro. Very famous because what we do it on the daytime, and we make a kind of 12 hours of session with Serbian bands, DJs from Montenegro, Kotor, and all around the zones. So that will be done here as well. And the sushi sunset. Yes. So it's very strong, 3 very strong events, plus some sponsor events, just like the launching of the Volume 9, the release of the CD, and the release of the new Desert Lounge Volume compilation. So our music and our parties, all together.
One, I would say, catchy question. Do you prefer Puro Beach in Porto Montenegro or Puro Beach here in Marina di Scarlino? Answer truthfully, please. Which one do you prefer?
Well, I hope this will not cost me problems. I have a very straight relation, sentimental relation with Montenegro. Not Puro Beach, only with the country, indeed.
What do you like especially in Montenegro?
Very good acceptance with the character of the Montenegrin people. Fascinating country, and I think it's one of the few countries I've seen in my life who was able to surprise me so much. In a very good way. Huh?
So you didn't expect that from Montenegro, but it happened.
Exactly. I was expecting, like, when I trip in a country, to be surprised, but not to be fascinated. I mean, landscape, people, links, local, everything was a dream. So it was one of the best experiences in my life. I think I've answered, no, to the initial question.
Definitely you've answered.
But so, to me, this is not really different. I mean, I was born 500 kilometers away. So to me, this is very normal. Yeah. I feel like home. Exactly, exactly.
Okay. So, since we are in Marina di Scarlino, for the end of our conversation, can you tell us why this is the best place to be this summer?
Well, I would mention for lifestyle, for music, for piece of freedom and heaven in the middle of Italy, and because it's the only concept in the whole Italy who can provide this kind of atmosphere. This is why yesterday's expectation with big names were giving us the congratulations, because nothing like that exists yet. So we are the first one to start. You know? Italians are very proud of what they have, and when they have something they like, they are even prouder. So now Puro Beach feels Italian, and they all support us in order to just revindicate the fact of this is unique. And it's true, in Italy you cannot find it.